Let me in 1 minute share about my coming back to life, because I know that this very aspect, there is somebody who's going to boost your faith. There is somebody that is going to also receive his or her healing wherever you are, just to hear what I'm going to tell you now. Connect to this. After everything, they brought me to a point, and Jesus asked me, if I give you an opportunity to choose whether to go back or to stay, which one will you choose? I said, I'm already staying. They said, don't you think there are people you need to go back for? I said, no. They showed me my friends. I said, I'm not going back. They showed me my parents. I was really touched. But since I'm in heaven, when they finish crying, they'll stop crying and move on. They showed me the church. I could not talk. But after some time, I said, God, I know you feel the vacuum. And they said, for these things that I've shown you, for the earth to hear, for the people to hear, and for the prayer of this one that are praying for you to be answered, you need to go back. And that is how I was being brought back to earth. Taken to the mortuary where my body was laid. I'm not going to talk much on the mortuary setting because of time. But when we got there, they touched me and I entered back into my body. I came back to life. There were so many things that happened, but I'm not going to really enter into it because of time also. When I came back to life, they brought me out after a lot of things, took me to the ward, to the emergency ward, laid me on a bed, connected a drip and all that. But when I came back, my left hand was broken. And I was on POP. My hand was so big that if you look at it, it was looking as if it's my leg. And I was in deep pains. I can't move it. I can't bend it. It was just like that, as if one side of me is dead. And this, my left leg, was actually broken. This joint wasn't working. So people helped me to do everything. And I couldn't eat solid food. The only thing I ate then was Golden Morn. And that Golden Morn must be very watery. I don't eat cornflakes. I don't eat rice. I don't eat any solid thing. Or I drink tea. Or custard, but that custard must be very watery. That is what I eat. So when I got back, my pastor gave an instruction. Anyhow, bundle him and return him back. Let's be the one to look after him. So after some time, I got back to where with that pains. And they saw me. I delivered. Now, Jesus gave me a message for individuals and for the church. And for everybody, and by the grace of God, everybody he gave me a message for individually, I've shared all that to them. And even to the church, as God may be helping me, I've been going around, but I was still with this pain. And one fateful day, I had this voice, I will be visiting. I looked around, I did not see anybody, and I was in a pastor's house because they refused me to stay alone. I needed help. And the next thing, I saw a great light coming from a distance. The light reflected from the curtain and filled the room. That it was as if Nepal light, there was no Nepal light, there was no generator, but the level of light that came in, bulb on, electrical appliances start on, even when they were not plugged. There were people there that were present. And I looked from the door, I saw 3 beings. And I saw the 2 angels that appeared to me at the accident scene. I understood that it's Jesus that is coming. So when they came into the room, I bowed down and worshiped them. And Jesus said, I came to take care of you. The 2 angels that were with him had tools box. One of them, they had 2 boxes. One of them had a box that contained medical equipment. And the other one had a box that contained human parts. The same way God has given a mechanic the wisdom to have parts for cars. God that created you have human parts for you. So it doesn't matter what has lost in your body. Even though a doctor told you you don't have a womb. That is a doctor's report, not God's report. Amen. So when they said this to me, he touched me and said I should lie down. When I laid down, they touched my forehead. I came out of my body. At this point, I'm dead again. It's not just passing out. I came out and I was standing here watching my body on the bed. Now there was somebody, there were 2 of them, I'm not going to mention their names. So immediately Jesus raised my left hand that was broken, which is this very hand. When he raised the hand up, he removed the pin that was holding the POP. everybody that were in the room saw pin moving on air, but the hand moving it, nobody saw it.
That's true, sir.
And dropped on top of the fridge. It was a table fridge. And he started unrolling the POP with his hand.
And nobody was seeing.
Nobody saw the hand. But the POP was unrolling. So fear gripped them. Now, the pastor I was staying in his house had a video camera. Went to bring the video camera to cover everything. When he got to the place he was keeping the video camera, he forgot it. And was now asking himself, what was I looking for? Came back to where my body was laid. Remembered it again. Went back to the same place. You see video camera, but he forgot what he was looking for. And the other guy that was in the room had a phone, brought out his phone to snap me. Whenever he snapped it, everything will be black.
Blank.
Nothing reflected. But when he snaps any other thing in that room, he will see it clearly. So at that point, fear gripped them. The only thing the pastor friend could tell the other young man is, boy, also, that was what he spoke, which is run. So they ran out of the room and locked me inside. And when they left, that is when the main miracle took place. I'm not saying spiritually, physically. Jesus brought out a knife. I don't know what they call it in medical language, but you people will know better. Cut this, my left hand, off. Brought another left hand from the box that contains human part, fixed and stitched it. This left hand is not what I was born with. That one was scattered without bones. Cut my left leg into three, removed this joint, brought a new joint, fixed and stitched it. Laid hand on my tummy. Every plaster that I had on my body fell off. And the injury covered back automatically as if I never had an accident. If I open my body and show you, you will not even believe it. And that is how God healed me. And they touched me, I came back to life, gave me so many messages, and they left. When I opened my eyes, I was completely healed and made whole. Thank you.